Hi guys, here with Black Doldrums today. Hi guys, thanks very much for being here. How are you?
Yeah,
Good.
good.
Good, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Bit hungover actually, but
Big night last night?
not really. Just I mixed two drinks that I shouldn't have mixed, and I realised this morning that probably wasn't a good idea. It wasn't a great deal of alcohol, but it was champagne and red wine, so that was a mistake. I won't be
Yeah,
doing that again.
the red wine in general is a killer for me for the next day anyway. If you can just give us a bit of a background to Black Doldrums.
We met quite some years ago. Anyway, we met through music. We met at Psych Night, didn't we? A night out.
Yeah,
Got talking about music. We started talking about Joy Division that night,
yeah,
and then kind of went from there. Really, we started exchanging music ideas.
yeah. There wasn't really a plan to be in a band, but we just started one. We don't really know where to sort of say when it started really because I hadn't played anything before and Kev was used to playing with more people, more band members. I guess like he had to really relearn how to play with one person who at the time didn't know even how to play their own instrument. So I'd say like the first couple of years we sort of
Yeah,
wasn't really what we are today. So
yeah,
yeah, it's kind of like it's developed, hasn't it? Because we didn't really know what we were for a while. Like we were creating this music and we didn't really know how to pin it down and what to say it was. But
yeah. I mean, I'd always written songs for years and been in and out of different bands, but hadn't really found myself really. And then I think our music taste sort of meets in the middle. Sophie's probably a bit darker, more into the goth stuff, and I'm sort of into the psychedelia. And then we sort of met in the middle, I think. It kind of worked.
obviously we got signed to AC30 a couple of years ago now and released 2 EPs. So yeah, and then we've just been working on new stuff and yeah.
Do you both write the songs together then? So you blend both your sort of psychedelia and the darker stuff together?
Kind of. Kev will come up with you'll
I've-
write like the framework, won't you?
Yeah, I mean, I might come up with like a little riff or an idea. And sometimes whatever's Sophie is reading might end up being an influence into the lyrics and that side of thing, or she'll kind of give me something to listen to, or and that'll kind of spark an idea. Kind of works like that. Um, and then yeah, I might have like a rough idea that I'll bring to her, and then we'll sort of jam it out for about 3 hours, and then it all starts sounding like a song somehow.
Yeah. There's been
So,
songs where I've kind of thought like when we've been playing it together and I thought actually it'd be really good if this bit did this or what if we put something like this, like like this song has this and that would sound cool, and then it's ended up changing the whole thing, or like we've just formulated it that way really.
yeah,
But I don't start off writing anything. That's all Kev really. I just say what I like and don't like.
yeah, she's the filter. I'll just
Without
keep
a
going,
filter.
and she'll just filter it out, and it just becomes something. Yeah, it's probably pretty accurate actually.
And yeah, you released a sort of EP, I think, of mostly remixes last year. I was just wondering if you can tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of just down to boredom really. First of all, started off thinking I'll just do one remix of one track and just upload it just to keep the profile up during lockdown, because obviously all the gigs had been cancelled and everything. So I was just going through old stems from the studios and all the studio sessions and things like that. Started on Dandy Massacre, started on a remix for that, and then I started finding other stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't even remember playing that guitar, and there's some synth stuff Sophie did that never really made it on the record, or it was kind of low on the mix and stuff like that. So I started turning stuff up and digging stuff out, and it kind of just really sparked my interest. So we ended up doing 4 or 5 tracks. Was it 5 tracks? I think 5.
Oh, and then you had the acoustic
Yeah.
Hot Sit Beat as well.
So yeah, it ended up being like a little bit of an EP, and kind of got a bit carried away with it over the summer because there wasn't much else to do. So and then just
Yeah.
went from there really.
We had like a lot of plans last year, like most people, most bands as well. We had to cancel a lot, and we had so many good things coming up, and it was just like gone. And then I think we were like, well, we need to kind of replace that with something. We need to put something out because yeah, we just it's weird, like you always want to sort of give people something new, but obviously we didn't have the means to do that because we were at home all the time. So
Yeah.
that's why we got the idea to do the remix thing. And then it was actually when I was furloughed that I just went out one day and took loads of photos of weird things. Like, I mean, you'd be surprised if you look at the pavement Like, you can take a photo of the corner of a paving slab and then you just edit the photo, and someone's like, what the hell is that? And it's like, it's actually the pavement. So that's where the cover came from. It's of a phone box glass window, but yeah, that kind of went with the whole thing, and like this idea of the remix and the reborn, and like developing something else, which is where we got the name from as well.
Cool. And yeah, you kind of touched on it there, but how did coronavirus sort of impact you?
Well, we had a European tour that was cancelled, and then the day that we were supposed to come back from the tour, we were supposed to we were a bit worried about how we were gonna do this actually, but get back from France, get back home, pick up suitcases to get back to Heathrow, because we were meant to fly out to New York to record the album. So yeah, I was a bit thinking like, oh my god, how are we going to get back at 5 a.m. and what if we miss that train back from Paris?
It was a bit tight. Yeah, we had a lot planned in a space of like 2 or 3 weeks.
It was ridiculous.
To do a tour, then an album.
Yeah, and then it all got cancelled.
So it was a bit strange, because we were really upset and everything, but the way it panned out, we kind of carried on in a way. Like I say, we kept ourselves busy with the remix, and then we recorded the album anyway this year, so it's all recorded and done, ready.
It was last year.
Oh god, yeah, it's all blown into one.
Yeah, so we were like, oh, we'll just like everyone else, we're like, oh, we'll just postpone it until July. And then the producer was messaging us, and he was like, I just don't think this is going to happen. Like, I don't think you guys are going to be able to come out here. And then we all sort of thought, well, why don't we just record it in London and then send him the tracks, and he can still do what he was going to do anyway, which is what we did. And that's actually all finished now. I
guess the good positive spin is that we kind of adapted to it like everyone else.
Yeah.
We noticed everyone's working remotely, and what with technology now and stuff, you can make things work, I think.
Missed out on a trip to New York, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I still haven't got the refund back, because it was Virgin, and they were like, oh, you can just have a voucher. And I keep thinking, well, they've got like 700 quid of our money that I keep forgetting about. We're probably going to have to go to Barbados or somewhere, because it's like one of the only places that Virgin fly to. That probably,
do a follow-up album Barbados.
Doesn't sound too bad. You've done a fair bit of like streaming and stuff like that. How's that been for you guys compared to other gigs?
It was actually really good.
I thought it was quite good, actually. Do you know what I was thinking? I think like the lead up to it was actually more interesting than doing it, because we had to think of a way of doing what we can. We're in a unique position where we both live together in the same household, so we were able to do something. So we started, it kind of helped doing a remix EP, because I've kind of started sampling our own music to play to create the sort of wall and noise that we go for. And it's quite interesting actually playing around with it. It was a bit weird stopping a song and then not having any noise.
Yeah,
like crowd or anything. It's weird.
We sampled all of my drum tracks and just created like a drum sample, didn't we?
Yeah, and then you were playing.
We had like 2 laptops with stuff coming through, and then
I had something plugged through the TV as well, just doing crazy stuff, just trying to get as much noise as possible. Really our neighbours were cool though.
Oh, they did complain at one point.
Yeah. But,
we had to start putting a note upstairs saying we're all going to be loud between these 2 hours tonight, but we'll try and finish at this time. But it was really good. I think we have like something like 5,000 views on the second one, and I think the first one we just I was on the floor with a synthesizer and Kev was playing guitar, and then that was the first one we did, and everyone really loved that. And then the second one we only did 2, didn't we? The second one we did, that's when I was playing bass for the first time, and that felt a lot more curated. We were like, we're going to be really professional now. We're going to stand up, and we're going to have the phones here, 2 different angles. And then I forgot that one of them was actually upside down, so that was good. Was like, when I was watching it back afterwards, I was like, why is everyone messaging saying turn the phone the other way? So they all watched it upside down for an hour.
It's really good, but it was upside down.
So much to be professional.
Yeah.
The story though, that's what you need.
Yeah. If you want to watch it upside down, watch it on Facebook. If you want to watch it the right way up, it's on Instagram.
Overall though, I guess it's pretty cool that we're able to do that, I guess, because we wouldn't have done it otherwise.
And the other
And I
thing,
suppose we reached more people than what we would have done anyway.
well, that was, I think that was the biggest thing. We reached more people, and also, you know, people kept saying, "Oh, you should charge people for it," and we did think like, "Oh, maybe we should just do tickets." But then we thought, well, you know what? Everyone is stuck at home. Everyone's really, really miserable. And the first one that we did, I saw so many comments from people saying, "Oh, thank God, like that's my Friday night sorted. Like I've been looking forward to this all week." And like people like seriously said that, and I was thinking, I didn't even think that.
£10 off a night for that.
Yeah, but not even that. I didn't even think that people would feel that way about it, to be honest. And I thought, you know what, if it's actually just making people feel a bit better and it's, you know, cheering them up a bit, I don't really, money's not really anything, is it?
Yeah, what's the sort of plans for the rest of this year?
Well, it's kind of still hard to plan because we still don't know what's going to happen, but we plan to have the album out this year. We don't have dates yet, but that's something that we want to happen this year. And yeah, Kev's already writing another album, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
with loads of time on our hands, we're already writing a lot of material, so there'll be a couple of follow-ups quite quickly, I'd imagine, which is quite good. Because sometimes you just don't get the time to do it, really. So yeah, we've got the album ready and it's ready to go, so that'll be out. The tour is going to be rescheduled for like September, October time, we're hoping, but it's all a bit up in the air. That's about it, really. Kind of playing a waiting game, but we know we'll be back and there'll be something new out there for people.
Yeah, we want to do European dates as well, but I mean, I'm not that worried about the whole visa passport thing. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I don't think it's going to be too expensive. It's more just, I don't even know if we're going to be able to go to other countries. I don't know, but yeah, like, I mean, obviously in an ideal situation, we'd love to just do that now.
Well, yeah, hopefully things will be back together soon enough. Well,
yeah.
Well, thanks very much, guys, for talking to me. That was awesome. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Nice one.
Thank you.
Hope it's usable.